Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Wegrunner Regional Tournament. I am going to be commentating this. I'm Kevin Tame, and Sanjay is going to be helping me commentate. We cut to a top four, because we only had only 12 players here. So our top four consists of Jonas was in first, I believe, and Laura was in second, then Dan Spinoza, and then Beckett. So we're gonna get the top. We're doing table 2 here, which is Laura and Dan Spinoza first. So we're gonna get started here, and then Sanjay's gonna be joining me in commentary here in a little bit. He was just going to grab some food. Okay, so what we have here is we have Max versus, I believe this is Polana.
Congrats for making that.
And I think that Dan is on a Obokata style Polana. And I know he does have like snares and stuff like that. Laura is on an Angolo Max build where it's a bendy Max, so she's using data folding, and Laura loves Ma, so she is definitely on Ma.
Are you doing commentary?
Want to join?
Sure.
So we're gonna have System Outage joining us for commentary here until Sanjay shows up.
Do you want to take this seat? I don't know if you want to slide in beside you.
Yeah, so let me hear. I'm adjusting something. So it looks like it's auto-focusing a lot on us right now, so I'm just going to fix that.
Okay.
Okay. Here, come on, have a seat.
I have 2 magic orders ready.
Okay, and so
A bunch of Gideons.
Laura's got out a daily cast and data folding early, so that's pretty good. And so it looks like he installed a Kakugo on the remote. I'm not sure what that ice was there.
I'm pretty sure it was an ice, Kevin.
Yeah, but I don't know what ice it was. So Obokata was in the remote, so he put it in there early just to protect it from her doing HQ runs. So,
Ooh, a same old and bloody.
yeah, that could be painful.
I'm definitely not mulliganing.
I just have
So Laura knows how to play this match. She's got to just play pretty cautiously. Dan, I believe, has a single like punitive to just be scary, but the big thing is he taxes people out of cards, and Max gets taxed as well. So Laura has Rebirth where she can slow down the Max draw.
So in this kind of matchup, what do you think a good rebirth target is?
Omar is almost always the best. Yeah, because you can't really do any. Edward Kim, no. He's pretty much decided the best. So I think like what her strategy should be is get all her stuff set up and go through her deck. So get all their breakers out and all that kind of stuff. And then, oh, I gotta change his names here. Sorry about that, guys. This is a low budget here. So this is not Beckett. This is Code
Con Marvelous.
Marvelous. Oops.
Marvelous.
And we're really struggling here. There we go. That's okay. And then we got this person is.
This person.
We're gonna keep it up. I think she keeps it lowercase. So Laura or Oscalet.
I'm sorry, I just want to know what kind of.
Let me get the link back up here for people.
Oh, you finally have your vanity URL now?
Yeah, I've had that.
The hacktivist runs the net.
Let's see here. So she's got so that's an Obokata, we know. She's deciding if she wants to go in and get it.
She has 2 of her same old things in hand, though.
Yeah, she wants to kind of set up. Yeah, I think it's better to just kind of get set up. The problem is with running HQ is he has so many snares.
Yeah, we know he has at least one in hand.
Yeah, so she runs a big risk here, I think.
Speak of the devil.
She has two same old things in hand. This might really hose her, actually. Oh, yeah, that's brutal. She needs to.
Super bad. That's all three.
Yeah, she needs to rebirth if she can to really slow down this deck.
Yep, all three things and a levy are
I think I did that to you one game, right?
Yeah, it's brutal.
it's not ideal.
This is top 4. So that was pretty painful, I have to admit. She's feeling that pain right now.
So what's the strategy here? You either
She needs to get rebirth out if she has it.
work at the levy in hand, right?
She can't. It's gone now.
Oh, she only has one.
The levy's in hand and the bin and the two same things. So she's done. She can't levy at all. She has no other way to.
Oh, wow.
And so then, what she's looking for is she needs to rebirth to slow down her deck.
Oh, I didn't realize she was only running one levy.
Make the thing.
So I don't know what that card was.
Oh, it's an Anansi.
Oh, Anansi. Okay.
I like he drew it and we both leaned in real far.
Yeah, I did not know what that was. So Ret Run. This is going to be a really hard game for her to recover from.
You're just gonna have to burn so many cards just to find the one card to stop the burn.
Well, I don't know if it's in her bin right now. That's the thing. It might be. Yeah, that's an important one. That's her most important breaker.
And she has a hippo on the board.
Yeah, she's gonna. I think the smart move is to try and win off of R&D. What is that? Sadaka? So Sadaka's pretty good because it basically is kind of like it was an indexing tech, but it trashes itself if she lets it fire.
everything that's gone goes for
I think that is, isn't it? I think it's a Sadaka.
We're approaching too, and they refuse to promote him. Terrence and I.
Yeah, I mean, letting it fire is okay because it trashes it, but he gets to set up his hand, which is annoying. So he can move snares to the top if he gets to draw. But, you trash a card and you can trash, I think, a resource.
Oh, and get rid of the turning wheel.
Yeah.
Yep. That's rough. Oh, and then she jacked out, considering he rearranged stuff in there.
Yeah, it's unlikely you probably put an agenda there. Because the way it works is you basically set it up to get what you want to draw and then leave them something like a snare or whatever. I think it's another turning wheel in hand, so...
Turning wheel.
Yeah.
You're doing all right. Jay had an intern. Yeah, I heard about that. Who actually did some really
I don't think she had very many counters on it anyways.
I don't know, but it's still a cost.
Yeah. But it wasn't as severe as it.
Yeah.
Well, he's going to med school, so he's not.
I think that might be a Cortex lock, but I couldn't tell. That's the MU one, how extra MU. She has 2 MU, so she would take 2 net damage from it.
There's another oboe.
Yeah, so he's gonna probably try and jam that. I would.
What's in the remote?
I
Do
don't
we know?
I think it's an upgrade, but I'm not sure. So there's Ma, which is good because she can hit R&D and basically mill his hand.
Such an expensive console. Oh, it's a mind game.
What's that one do? It's like Psy game.
I don't know. It has one subroutine that fills up literally the entire card.
So it's that one that when she trashes it. That's good. Oh man.
Goodness.
But he only has 3 credits now.
Yes and no. Yes, but.
Those are okay. They're not great to lose, but
Well, I mean, she's already got the Maw out, and honestly, if she's looking for Rebirth this hard, then she can't afford to play Street Peddler.
I don't know if she's looking for Rebirth. I mean, that's what I would do. She might be just like trying to hit R&D and just like win off that way. This is a good strategy because then he can't hold things in hand like that oboe and stuff.
Change the goal so we can meet it.
So he lost. That wasn't. I don't think that was the oboe.
No, there it is. Still in hand.
That's an Afshur, which is not great on
Yeah, they changed. Yeah, they changed
R&D.
even depth.
So there was something there. It was probably a snare or something. So he put the oboe there, I believe.
Sanjay, good to see you again. How did you guys do Yeah, slow down a bit. Terrence and I used to work together, so every week we'd play remote. And then he thought, well, I'll get a promotion and go to a different company. And now I can't play network.
It was like,
Hey, give me like.
So let's. Yeah, she doesn't have much deck left, so
How about like an opportunity to like do something? Like, can I be like a.
she's just gonna run out of steam here, unfortunately.
She's real low on credits. Oh, well, there it is. Dan, classic Dan, trying to take credit for deck decisions.
That was not you, Dan. That was me who told her to.
Called out on stream, Dan. It's official.
that was both of you. Sanjay was the only one arguing otherwise.
We'd like to see in the comments whether you believe Dan on whether or not he was the reason that was included.
Oh, nice. That's good.
What?
Yeah, undo your back here, so you can use it if you need.
Okay. Are you going to be staying for the whole cut?
I don't know, I think I'm going to take it off.
Okay.
Just because.
So, what's your rebirth into Omar, which is good.
I can fix it.
Yeah, this is good.
Can't wait to
So
go
she
build
stole
another Silver
a.
deck.
I know you're going to be playing in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
So she got a steal, and she gets to ma something.
Just slotting a bunch of psychic fields just for you.
Yeah.
I think I skipped the last one too. Oh yeah, I skipped the last one because.
I'm eating.
So she got the Yagi Yoda.
It's really great that she has.
Already skipped.
She's able to rebirth right now because now she can keep hitting R&D and ma his cards.
Second field.
Well, she does have another hippo in hand, so she could easily get around that. Whatever that ice is.
Wish I hit that one.
Ronan. Ronan.
I'm trying to lure him into it.
Right with me.
I'll try. I'll try. It's closer for you.
So let's see.
Oh, I don't do trust.
So I think like a problem that Dan's actually going to have here is that.
I'm not gonna mess up that.
Oh, he did shipment from tendon.
I'm the good guy here. I'm
But
fighting.
she can do some pressure here by like hitting R&D and like forcing him to res, and then Omar running.
I didn't make you.
But she's pretty poor, so she probably wants. I think she wants to liberate it and kind of get that and make some runs.
IG's the best core. Come on. You should just
I think she also has a stem hack in hand too. She really needed it.
Yeah, I'm getting tested. Oh, I'm like 4
So, yeah.
with Janet on this deck. 5-0, 6 0. Oh, I'm gonna play it.
I mean-
Oh no, Kamala.
Jane Ed's dead.
You bring any issue to this tournament?
Oh,
All I gotta say is I'm glad I'm not in Laura's position right now. Ooh, data.
That's okay. So it's a when you encounter, you put the two top back.
Well, you put 2 from your hand on top of
Yeah,
your
2 back on top of the deck. That's okay. It's I like when I'm in this Omar position. I like to put stuff that. Thanks, Michael. I appreciate that.
We'll make sure to let Dan know at the end of this, Michael.
Oh, so he's got 1 credit. So this is a 50-50 chance. This is a great one for Laura to steal, if she can steal it. And she gets it. So that is... As soon as Dan advances this, she's probably going to run it.
Yeah.
On this game.
Wow.
Good game. Good job, Laura.
Who won?
Laura won.
All right, let me go record that. Thanks for letting me chat with you, Kev.
Yeah, no worries. Well, we'll be back here while Jonas and Beckett are finishing up their match, and then we'll have the next people play. Hey, and we're back, guys. Jonas beat Beckett. It wasn't really fair for Beckett, I think, because Jonas is running Freedom and Beckett is on IG, and so he was just trashing his stuff left and right. Let me get the other screen set up here. This is going to be... We'll call him the big unit.
Oh yeah, old school. Big unit.
3,000. Not 300. Not 3,003.
Big unit 300.
Okay.
Cut down by a factor of 10.
Are you sticking around? What's that? Are you sticking around? A little bit, yeah. What's
The Big Unit 3000, of course, a reference to Jonas's favorite member of Outcast and his favorite pitcher.
No, I could play.
I think is that what it's supposed to be, you think?
I don't know what the 3000's about.
Well, I'm not playing Jin
Something to just stuck with a number that you have to use, maybe?
Maybe a reference to his favorite pitcher and my favorite member of Outcast.
I guess it could probably be that.
Yeah.
What does Laura's come from? Osculate, do you know?
Yes, I do. So Laura's name, Osculate, is a reference to two pets that she had as a child. One Oscar, the other Chocolate.
Osculate.
Yes.
I like that
That's
one.
some deep facts that you can only get from a few co-commentators.
That's cool. Okay.
We meet again, my good friend. All right.
So we're going to have Argus. Laura's playing Argus, and Jonas is playing Freedom.
All right.
I actually think this is a better matchup for Laura. Well, I don't think it would have been good for her to. I don't think it would have been. Yeah, I don't think it would have been good for her to play against the NEH because his NEH right now is just is screaming, and her deck is a little too slow.
Yeah, and I know that that's a matchup that she doesn't have a lot of experience with, or at least relatively. So she might do better next time. But I think certainly this is more comfortable. I think Freedom is a lot more of a normal build. I haven't seen this Freedom deck in action so much. What is it spending influence on?
So his influence is on Palangi and Film Critic, and he has like 2 or 3 Davids, but he's running Yusuf and then Palangi and things, and he has a barrier backup like Corroder. So it's interesting because he saves a lot of money from trashing, right?
Right.
Because he's Freedom. So he has pretty good economy. And so, like for him, he's able to the biggest struggle he has is with Big Ice, so that's why he runs the Davids. Right. I think like Clone Chips, the other influence. I don't know. I could go grab the list, but that's primarily the main thing.
Yeah, I know Laura's on at least a Tythonium or 2, and Archers and stuff. So
Hippo as well.
Yeah. Sounds like he has some really good tools to deal with that kind of thing.
Yep. But I don't know if he has tools to deal with Data Raven. I imagine she's doing the Data Raven border control play. So that's gonna be a pain. I don't know if she has Price X, but like having Price X and like that whole combo.
Yeah, she does.
Leaving with a lot of tags. It's kind of a pain.
Yeah.
But he's never going to be stealing ice or stealing agendas because he has a Film Critic to put on.
Yeah. And hey, 3 less credits to trash a price deck is not bad.
Yeah.
Because I think in a lot of ways, price deck is just a really.
Let's actually see if we can get their list from them.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
So, yeah, I think Price Tech is kind of like a mean Moombud Virtual Tour because you need to detag and then also you need to pay 3 to trash it or you feel bad. So that's 5 credits right there.
So Odysseus Wild, Clone Chip, Palangi, Self-Modifying Code, Film Critic, and the Turning Wheel. I think the Self-Modifying Code is just to like get his. He probably needs to get Yusuf. Well, he has 3 Yusuf, so.
Yeah, and you definitely want them, especially for like the IG matchup where like it just turns you on so much.
And so Turntable is a good card. Stem Hack. What's interesting is That he only has one Palangi and like no way to bring it back.
Well, the clone chips, I guess, but that doesn't feel great. Yeah. Yeah, it's kind of just like a Palangi for value.
Hey Dan, no, this is the winners bracket.
Semis.
It's the semis.
I never am good at those words.
It's the semis, yeah.
Yeah.
Because
We've had one game in the cut, and these people won that game.
yes,
One of the things that I like about looking at this freedom list that comes to mind with these clone chips and multiple copies of some of the breakers you want the most is that there's a lot of cool innovation in terms of using the draw power of inject
oh yeah.
before the conspiracy breakers came out, and like people are going back to those skills to like, oh, how do I build a deck where I might throw a card I want in the trash?
So here he has
Okay, yeah.
self-modifying code back down. So he's injecting here. So he's got a lot of good draw with inject and I've had worse. He's playing 3 of each.
Yeah.
That's a lot of draw.
Yeah, and that feels really good to have that available. And right now he's got the hippo down, which is really intimidating because I think Laura's... How many ice is Laura running? 14, which is not a total lack of ice, but it's a little light. And I know that sometimes she can have games where she doesn't have the ice to protect something, especially early. And so that hippo, just saying that all that ice is vulnerable to that. One of the things Laura told me when I was playing her list, I was considering DDoS, and she said Hippo is just like DDoS. It
acts
means
that
it's
way.
the same thing.
It acts that way a lot
Yeah,
of
they
ways.
can't res that out of roast ice.
I mean, I do that all the time where I'm just like, I need to install something over there just so like they can't
Yeah.
trash my stuff behind.
Yeah, and then you draw another ice you like, and you're like, ugh,
Yes.
now this is going to be the outermost.
So I was on Blue Sun today, and one of the problems I had with Hippo was I needed to like building blocks out an ice, but then I needed to install over it to protect it, so they wouldn't like get rid of it.
Reach down.
Yeah, it's a shame I didn't get to see your deck in action because it looked cool.
Bully.
What a
It's a bully.
It's a bully deck.
Solar's
If
going
you don't mind the
for
peanut gallery stepping in.
Solar's going for a double advance. It looks like she doesn't have enough money to really slam Jonas with a hard-hitting news if he contests this. She's only on 8 credits, which is a little
Regular Tetris?
short.
Tetris 99.
So was that an inject? So we lost the Yusuf,
Think PUBG
but he's got
means Tetris.
two I've
It's a
had worse.
99 player multiplayer battle royale.
Oh, interesting.
Yes.
So
I got it for free and I've had a good time.
So it looks like Jonas isn't biting on this, whatever this advanced card is.
it's a big thing for her. Like what is a good thing to do is to. Does she run NGO?
I think she's on
99
one of them.
players playing their Tetris field. but I
Yeah.
can choose
So
Or 2, I think.
2.
Oh, shit, it looks like
One advantage of running 2 NGOs that sort of disappears in the cut is that they never stop doubting the NGO.
Yeah. I mean, if it was she would have scored it already, so it has to be an NGO, right?
Yeah, and also she's on a pretty low amount of money, so that seems a little difficult if that was not an NGO.
Too big to fail feels good though.
Yeah. I suppose the one downside is that Freedom really loves just having Freedom really loves bad publicity.
Oh yeah.
Because he has so many ways of making his runs free, and a little bit of bad pub goes a long way with him.
It's kind of a pain here. Like I feel like she really wants to jam if she can.
Yeah. Yeah. The fact that she didn't score it out, it could be a JFI, I guess. But would you? You'd probably
The
just
problem
take
is the longer you wait, he's just going to build up credits.
Right.
And he has all the means to get in. He has the David
Yeah.
counters. He has
An
SMC.
yeah, a
and
clone chip.
He has a clone chip for Yusuf. SMC is probably for Palangi, I think.
Yeah.
That's what I would assume it's for.
Yeah, but he can even just stim hack into the remote and be pretty sure that he can get in, given just what he has on the table.
It's dealing with the tags is going to be the issue.
Yeah.
Oh, that was quick for you.
So I think she has the money, and she's gonna get money from NGO. I think it's time to kind of jam if she can.
Yeah, definitely. It looks like Jonas doesn't have a lot of money. Maybe just 8 credits?
He's SMCing for.
Oh, cool.
Where's he going? Did he dirty laundry? Which I don't know where he dirty laundry. Oh, it's into HQ. Or maybe it's not HQ. I thought he was dirty laundering. Did you?
I wasn't sure.
Usually you leave that out in front, so maybe it wasn't. Oh, he might have dirty laundry just to archives, just to get money. I feel like it's kind of dangerous to leave it belonging. Oh, so
Oh,
did
the
you?
DJ5 just took her time scoring it. That's interesting.
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah.
Does she have fast advanced tools?
She has 1 Audacity, and Freedom is, of course, 1 access on that Audacity away from putting her down to 0 Audacity.
Yeah, no preemptive, it looks like.
No. Laura told me preemptive is a coward's card.
You just gotta go for it, is that what it is?
Yeah.
Reach down. Then you,
No, I do not.
okay.
So he's trashing the mouse list. He wants to get some.
And that's not horrible for Laura. I think like that Hippo was going to do some damage one way or the other.
Trash? That was an
NGO, yeah.
That's a bummer.
Yeah.
It's a good fake out.
Perch.
Definitely, especially if that's like a Raven, or even double Raven server, or Raven and border control. Like running somebody through Raven to get to an NGO is just such a great tempo play. And Jonas ends the turn with a pretty healthy credit total. That's 16, it looks like, which Laura, without some Econ Warfares in her hand, is going to be hard-pressed to really hurt him for the
She doesn't have the
aggression he showed
money
last
either,
turn.
though.
No, she definitely doesn't. I think she's just on 1 too big to fail.
Two big fails.
Oh, yeah. Oh, sorry, yeah. Oh, I guess 1 more, I meant. Sorry.
I feel like running him through the remote is what you want to do. Yeah.
Absolutely.
And then you can like do the economic warfares and hard-hitting newses.
Yeah, one of the play things that Laura told me that she likes to do is keep a really good eye on when the runner needs to recover and when she needs their attention diverted elsewhere, and she really tries to like go hard in the remote when at those times specifically.
I'm like, oh, right.
Yeah, Jonas is gonna just.
Whoops.
Oh, the other NGO.
One less thing to worry about.
Picking my hand like this crap. And I'm going to be putting back
Is he on a turning wheel?
one of these.
He is. Okay, cool.
Yeah, he has a turntable. You mean?
It's a turning wheel. He's got all the turns.
Oh, turning wheel and
yeah.
turntable. Turntable is good here as well,
Definitely.
hitting that GFI. But you have to steal it. You can't film critic it, right?
Right,
So,
correct. Yeah, it's kind of funny to have both of them in the same deck because they're both a
I think
little
it's like
bit
an
similar.
ending type of thing, right? Or like when
Yeah.
you're desperate, like to.
Yeah.
This is interesting.
Did he have
Is
a
him
clock?
Claude?
Seems good.
You don't have to tell me.
He was faking her.
Nice.
So the question here is there an agenda in the remote, or what is that?
I think she's put she's seen it alongside. We've seen it alongside agendas. It's probably either Prysec or I guess some other. No, yeah, Prysec probably.
So he's doing a lot of damage here.
Yeah, definitely.
So he's deciding if he wants to trash that.
Yeah.
You already.
Laura being on 4 is pretty nice.
Yes.
Though I think she's away from just closing the game out with an Audacity, which is given that this remote really doesn't look very promising. Another tough thing for Laura, I think, is that she hasn't actually rezzed any ice, so her credit total might be a little deceptively high. If
Yes, she's been poor, especially him killing like the he killed that
too big to fail.
Too big to fail.
Yeah. And I'm sure Laura is not thrilled to have that GFI in her square area so early, given that she knows her opponent's on turntable.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty big.
Well, how do I
What
win?
was that?
Border control.
Border control, yeah. It doesn't have hippo. Like, I don't know what that ice was. Did she just not want to res it?
Yeah, she only has one bad pub too, so she could be doing a decent amount of. I think it might be the Whoredom that Jonas wasn't able to trash. Though I guess if it's a Whoredom,
It's a tax.
could res it. Yeah.
It's a tax.
I wonder. Oh, nice.
What was that?
Purge, I think. Palangi lost its counters, which is pretty good.
Oh yeah, because he could have just Palangi and then Yusuf through that stuff.
Right,
Now he has
right.
and then it doesn't cost him any money. Now it does cost him money.
Yeah, and so now Jonas isn't in as good of shape to run right away because he doesn't have any David counters. He doesn't have any Palangi, so he could get wrecked by some stuff. He doesn't have a decoder in the bin, but he does have a sentry breaker. I don't know if he has a. Yeah, I don't think he has a fractor in there either. So, he's got to be worried about Titanium.
Yeah, they're both good.
Laura calling Jonas out for his horrible deck building, just total anti-synergy in his list. What is this even?
Oh, have you had a tag this whole time?
I'll shake a tag. Right.
The central question of Worlds 2012, if I remember my history correctly, like it was won by a forgotten snare tag.
Such an easy one to forget.
Yeah, definitely.
So this is I think this is where she needed to start jamming.
Definitely.
Because he just gets this liberated down now, and that's
Yeah.
kind of now he's able to accelerate back up.
Right. We haven't seen a lot of HQ accesses, so not totally sure what's in her hand.
Looks like he's just pounding R&D, right?
Yeah.
And there's the Whoredom.
Looks like he's just bouncing off the Whoredom. That's pretty good.
Oh, does he have turning wheel? No, he doesn't have turning wheel.
Not yet. I think there's one in hand.
Does she run a fast track? Yeah, one
No.
fast track.
Oh, does she? Huh.
I'm going to redirect you here. Sir.
So I have to put one on the stack.
No, you have to trash a card.
Decision: should you pay 2 or not?
Yeah, I trust Laura, but this looks like a little bit of like a 3-card shuffle. Like, let me just put this ice there. Just a little self-Escher thing. I'm sure it's on the up and up, but that was kind of funny looking.
She must be nervous about So both NGOs are gone, so we know that's an agenda for sure.
Yeah.
No, you don't, because
Which makes that a pretty bold play too.
but it didn't.
Definitely.
Right, redirect.
Oh, so this ice that
And I got one.
you put on here,
The tough thing with turntable is that it's not as exciting to just. I guess this most looks like a GFI.
definitely.
And whether it's a GFI or an Atlas, either way, it's probably a game if she happens to score it.
Oh, yeah,
'cause
it's an
an
Atlas.
Atlas, you just turn into you get a hostile later.
I don't know if Jonas remembers, though, that she only has 2 NGOs.
Yeah.
Kind of hard to keep track of that.
Yeah, true.
Biotic out, philosophy
And I guess here we're seeing, where the deck list being public in the cut is a little bit. If he does remember, that's a downside for the lore. Because, if you said, I'm not really feeling get this, that could be really good.
Yeah, I think I think Laura actually is in a pretty good spot here.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
I think so.
I'm not very good at telling.
Well, Jonas doesn't have a ton of credits. He only there's 2 stacked there. It's maybe 14 total.
He's also not great at breaking decoders right now.
Oh yeah, because he
Or
lost his
breaking code gates.
Yeah, he lost his Palangi.
Yeah.
So he's
Yeah, he might need to.
Things as 2 single things out of hands to.
Dan, that should not happen.
how many clone chips does he have?
He has 2, I think.
Things.
So what's he bringing back here?
That's literally what the snares are there for.
I guess you can just get a Black Orchestra, install. It feels weird for an Anarch to install a Black Orchestra just like anyone else could, but that is a legal thing to do.
Yeah, but it looks like he's kind of desperate here.
Yeah. Though with the 2 bad pub, that server is now pretty open.
I just want to see you.
Yeah, so he can keep on coming in here.
It cost him 1.
Yeah. Oh, that's
Ooh, Atlas. Nice.
And she got.
But he doesn't want to turntable that. Oh, maybe for the GFI, yeah.
Yeah, I guess if he's worried about the GFI, then
You don't have a rebirth.
yeah, that's pretty good. Turntable doing some really good work there because now Laura's off of game point. Unless, of course, that's an Atlas with where she's going for 2 tokens.
Yep. But this R&D is risky because it only costs him 1 credit to get through.
Right, definitely.
He was hammer in my hand, and I had an agenda for steel, and I was literally waiting to have enough money to be able to fast.
She definitely
It's like a
scores it.
GFI, yeah. So now she's 1 hostile away from winning the game.
But he's got a kind of a good lock on R&D, so he needs
Definitely,
to.
definitely.
Eventually, I just got enough money.
So she might have 1 in hand, though. I couldn't see.
Yeah, and now if Jonas finds the hostile before Laura does, then that's a huge agenda point swing because
Yeah, he has to check
he
here.
trades 1 for 3.
So she runs out of cards, and I got rid of his card.
That's for the Audacity.
Nice.
So he ran out of hit points. He couldn't make runs on certain servers.
It's like a high profile target, maybe?
Yep, it was.
Yeah, nice.
But that it happened to get it from the ground. Yeah, wow. Oh my god. Okay.
Well, no, actually,
So this is a tense game.
So it looks like I can't tell. Does she have a hostile in hand?
Maybe. That would be cool.
Sorry. No, it's worried. No worries. Yeah, having to score 2 GFI is real painful. That's right.
Yeah.
It's brutal.
Yeah.
What does that cost? Do you res that?
What is that? Is that Titanium? I think the most interesting ice this could be is Titanium. Wow, cheap count.
I want to defer to a judge on this.
What do you say, Sanjay? What is the rule?
Oh, I don't know this one. I think it's like. I think what it is that she has to discard now, and it's like a failure to maintain game state, and she gets a warning. I'm not positive.
Now, I would be okay with it being a random discount.
Yeah.
I forget what.
Yeah. Any answer that is not automatic.
Yeah, so she had 6 cards in hand, so she
Nice,
just,
clever.
which I think is a fair way to do it because now that Jonas is running HQ, he.
What did she forget to discard down?
Yeah. So it was good. I think it was a good random.
Well, yeah, because knowing he's running HQ, you can't.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it doesn't seem fair. So she doesn't have hostile. I think you draw up for it, right?
Probably. Yeah. Tough situation.
I think she's thinking here, can I like hard-hitting news him?
Right. Well, he's on 15, right? So
She has
does she have
multiple
some?
economic warfare.
Oh,
so
nice.
She might have lost one of them though, but 2 economic warfares would bring him down 8. Yeah, looks like she just put some in there, which is I think good.
Yeah. I don't know if we know what is protecting that remote. So it's 3 ice. It looks like.
Yeah, so if there's like a Rashida in there, that's really good because that helps her draw
Yeah.
up to what she needs.
Yeah. Oh, Raven. That's.
Okay, so that's good. So you gonna trash it?
I feel like he kind of needs to. Like once it goes on HQ, that's or on R&D. That's pretty rough. Also get another access.
That was an economic warfare.
Nice.
So
Ooh, that's very interesting.
he can't trash it.
No, because he already used it to trash Raven. But I think Raven was a great trash.
Yes. I think this, if it like, it might be I mean, if you put an Atlas in there, that's great, right?
Yeah. Check in archives, see what that's worth. Not worth a lot.
Yeah.
Oh, he does have a corroder in hand. That's interesting.
It's his backup for when he gets
Yeah.
locked out.
Definitely.
The entire game that he kept missing, like he was in HQ because it was my fault that he served. He had 2 cards left.
Yeah, so Laura pulls it out. Wow.
Yeah, nice. That was a good job. I wonder what's on that remote.
This is the revenge match for 2 years ago.
Alright, so
So nice job, Laura.
Yeah. So she's gonna be the winners final now, yeah?
Yep, she's gonna be winner final. So now we're gonna have a losers bracket that's coming up. It's gonna be Dan Spinoza, Code Marvelous, and
Exciting.
Jonas, the Big Unit 3000.
Exciting.
We'll be back in just a little bit. Awesome. Okay, we're back. We have Dan Spinoza playing Jonas in. This is the losers bracket.
I think it's Jonas. You have
So give me just a second here while I get this set up.
Click one draw. What? Click two draw. Click three draw. Okay. Click four take correct. Sure, gamble.
Sorry there, guys. Started a little late there. And it looks like Dan is on Haley, and Jonas is on NEH, which has been killing it today. He's just been rocking it. It goes really fast. And
Two draw. Three draw.
Hey, what's up, everybody? It's me, Sanjay, filling in for Kevin Tame as he eats some food. He got some boneless chicken wings. I think they're going to be really good. But you all are not privy to the chicken wings. You're just privy to this great game of Netrunner.
I also haven't got my Bible,
Oh, 1 second. Kevin, how do I make this bigger? Oh, cool.
Yeah?
You heading out?
No.
Do you want to be on? Do you feel comfortable being on stream? Okay, I'm going to be joined by co-host Beckett. Put another extremely excellent performance today.
you.
Yeah. So, what do you think about this matchup? Looks like we're looking at NEH versus Haley.
So I think the Poisiers are definitely gonna help Code Marvelous a lot if he can get them. But,
Yeah.
Jonas is just spamming, and
Yeah. Do you
I'm
think
not
they?
sure if at this point.
Yeah. Do you think they help so much that you should like SMC for them? I guess he doesn't have an SMC, so or does he have an SMC? Alternates are
Yeah,
weird.
that is a. Yeah,
Nice.
that's an SMC. But I'm starting to use that deck.
I think his decode, his Sentry Breaker is Nanotech, so that's not terrible against
Yeah, you
Tour
can
Guide, but
break
sure
a
isn't
sub
good.
for-
Yeah. Do you know what that alt art is next to the cache? I think it's
That's
SMC.
an SMC.
Oh,
yeah.
nice.
Ooh, that's good. Getting
Yeah.
Money. I think you probably trash the DBS. You can't let him out.
Yeah,
the
I think.
agendas.
Yeah, I remember like when I first played Netrunner. I think it was like they said, "Oh yeah, pad campaign is a must trash,"
Yeah.
and there's just too many
Yeah.
so-called must trashes that sometimes you just have to like let it ride, I guess.
Yeah. The question is too: does he have team sponsorship?
Yeah,
Does he
that's true.
score,
Yeah, because
Because
NEH
if
can
he
just.
tries to trash, then he can just get them back with
Yeah.
the team sponsorship.
Yeah, I think.
Ooh, yeah, this is gonna
Ooh.
be bad. Oh,
Wow, what a great.
Jeeves too is
Yeah, Jeeves. So he gets to Amani, and it's probably not going to be a big deal. I wonder if he even just lets it fire, because what can he bounce? Probably the worst thing is professional contacts.
yeah, that. So. Okay. So he's got a lot of money coming in, so he could possibly trash some of his assets.
Yeah, and I think he's got a really limited choice. Like he can definitely trash an asset right now. He can maybe trash two. He can't trash all of them. So here's a tough decision point for Nan.
So it looks like he's just going to try and run the centrals and get accesses.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
he could also trash some assets.
I guess for every asset he trashes, that makes Tour Guide just a little bit less taxing.
Yeah,
But-
that's the other thing.
But at this point, he doesn't have the money to just get rid of all these Maryland campaigns, get rid of the Daily Business Show, get rid of the Jeeves.
I mean,
and
the
get rid of
Marylands will
Turtlenecks.
be going away in a few turns
Yeah,
also,
yeah.
but I think the most important ones are the DBS, the Jeeps, and the Amani.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think one of the things that's interesting right now is that Jonas doesn't have a lot of money right now, so it's like a little bit tempting to trash the Maryland campaigns, but that feels awful, right?
Yeah,
Paying
I
$3 to
don't
trash
think we do
a
it.
half-emptied Maryland campaign when there's a Jeeves and an Amani Sinai and a
Ooh, he's getting Policia.
what? So I didn't totally follow what happened, but I
So
guess
he's-
through wizardry.
He's running the turtlebacks, and he's using SMC to get
To get
Policia.
that's pretty good.
And he looked at the top 3, and they
It
were
was
all
all
Policia.
got it.
Which is
No true shade plays default.
Yeah, this is some really hot tech that we've seen lately.
Yeah.
Just putting 3 Parishas in your deck, and if you don't want it, you just
Yeah.
sell it to Aesops, who
I think it's a must include in the ASOS stack.
yeah. Well,
Because you can always sell it.
yeah, and playing it out of Haley feels so good because it doesn't cost a click to install it. It doesn't cost a click to. It doesn't, and at worst, it's an easy mark that you didn't pay a click for, which is really good. This cash is also like an easy mark that gains you like
Yeah, like 5
credits. Yeah.
DBS is.
Yeah, it feels so bad to let DBS fire, and I don't think Dan's wrong for letting it fire, but just like.
Yeah. The question is, does he have a team sponsorship too?
Right.
Because then, if he fires it, if he fires the team sponsorship,
Yeah.
he can get the DBS back.
Yeah, definitely.
He'll be in big trouble.
Yeah, or get the turtlebacks back. Turtle bucks.
Still.
Turtle. Yeah.
Looks like he has 7 credits.
Yeah.
So that, although he's getting 4 credits next turn with the Maryland, so money's not a huge issue.
Yeah. His credits are in the middle there, right? Like he's on.
That's it.
Oh, that card feels so good in NEH. Yeah.
I played against Internet when he was playing this deck, and that was like the MVP.
Yeah. It's just such value.
I wonder. Okay. I wonder if you just try and now. So I think he runs R&D.
Yeah.
To try and get an access.
Yeah.
And.
I think so.
possibly-
Yeah.
The problem is that DBS is like
Yeah.
it's gonna make it okay.
Yeah. Now, Parisha just cares about assets. It doesn't have to be installed assets, right?
I believe so. Yeah, he trashed Rashida.
Yeah, nice.
R&D with the
Yeah.
Rashida credits. So, do
Pretty
you know
sure-
what barrier is on? I would imagine Inti.
Oh, we just found it. It just.
Oh.
Yeah. I love that. No sooner did you ask the question than Dan answered it.
Yep.
Inti here being a full art card because Inti is a world champion.
Yep. Inti is. He's running like 37 alt arts in his deck.
Yeah. No.
Hilarious.
Yeah. I think the professor is really into Mayan and Aztec imagery, and I think Inti is a Aztec deity. I'm not sure about that. I think Parisha is a god of floods.
Well, you can see from the card.
Yeah,
that-
just like Susanoo no Makoto.
Yeah. Ooh.
We talk a lot of shit, but I love it.
Feels kind of unfair that runners have to pay 0 to get a god of floods, but corps have to pay 9.
Like, I hear 10 minutes, I'm like, oh god. 30 minutes from
Ooh, hard hitting. So I think he's just running psychographics, if I remember
Interesting.
the list. Because there was a list like this. There was like.
Let's see if we can grab the list.
Sure.
Charles. All right, so we now have the lists in hand, and Beckett and I are extremely talented deck list analyzers. So we will look at these and then we'll know all the secrets.
So wonder.
30 miles
So trashing that team sponsorship is going to be a big, and getting the Mamba. I still think you trash the DBS.
Yeah, we've seen Jonas put some agendas in the bottom of his deck because of DBS letting him. Because Dan's doing. One of the ways Shapers win games is that they lock the remote,
Yeah,
and
they
then,
just lock
and then
the remote.
agendas pile up in HQ, and you just go get them.
Thing is, he was able to clear a lot of his board here. So I mean, part of that is the Netherlands going away, but he also trashed the Turtleax and the team sponsorship.
Yeah, so we have a addition in chat that Inti is the god of the sun. That sounds right to me.
Yeah.
Another
Looks like
god.
the sun.
Yeah, and you get it for 0 credits. That's a ridiculous. It's a ridiculous cost to pay for a god. Oh, interesting.
That's
So
gonna be big.
the remastered
Yeah.
edition and the Jeeves together allowing
Okay,
Jonas
I
to
think
install a team sponsorship when
it's gonna be
that's incredible.
Problem. Yeah.
Yeah, and I think Dan is not. Oh, he is on 1 clot. I don't know if he has it, but that's certainly
Okay,
useful.
yeah, that'll help with
Though as
the
long
remastered.
as Jonas is just putting agendas on the table, that's not, because he still needs to get through this tour guide.
Because theoretically, okay, so
Yeah.
he's on the board now.
Now, one thing I'm not sure about is, are they missing Amani fires?
Ooh, I
might
think
be.
they.
Yeah.
No, I saw him pay.
They are? Okay,
yeah,
cool,
I
cool,
think
cool.
they are.
Cool.
So,
Because I know it's not our business. We don't. I think in general on streams. Oh, okay. So, interesting. He Amani the Inti instead of the professional contacts. That's.
yeah.
I guess he probably thinks that Inti is a god of the sun, so it must be really expensive to install. But it's actually just 0, Jonas. I mean, that's why you don't make Amani Sinai decisions based on the lore. Oh, okay, nice.
Yeah.
All right, so it looks like we're gonna have Jonas and Laura back in action. Look, I got a co-commentator. Yeah.
Okay. Wait, do you know what side is Laura going to be playing?
So I think Laura's I don't know. I think she's.
Wait, she played Corp.
She's Corp.
before.
She's Corp once and Run once, so it's probably gonna be random. Jonas has played. What did he play
Jonas
against
played Runner against me, obviously.
Okay, so he played
because
Runner
I'm
against
IGN
you, and he played
friendly.
Runner against Dan, and he corped here. So he's probably gonna corp. He's probably gonna corp. So Laura's gonna run first, which is maybe her stronger matchup. I'm not sure. I know in the interest of getting out of here, we want Laura to be on her stronger matchup. I know in the interest of getting out of here timely.
Can I get that?
Yeah.
Okay, so it looks like Jonas is going to be.
I can't believe I threw it.
That wasn't on the
Wait,
shirt.
oh no,
Wow.
never mind.
I want the audience to know that we just threw. I just threw a piece of paper to the tournament organizer Charles, and it just was a really good throw.
Totally. Let's go.
But yeah, it's because then the astrolabe spammer's gonna spam. He's gonna get like absolutely. Like they could be getting like her entire deck. You can't like install it fast enough. Third place. What's on screen?
Is that a good commentator?
Yeah. Thanks for joining me.
Oh no, the black card.
Doesn't matter, but
Did I spell it wrong?
yeah, the Osklet. Osklet. Yeah.
Late.
Yeah.
He's already joined your dark side before. So
Oscar and chocolate.
Yeah.
So they're just checking deck list right now.
Yeah. Yeah. And I'm always Laura's my best friend in Netrunner and my best friend besides my wife in life, so I'm definitely rooting for her. And
Well, then I guess I will root for Jonas.
yeah, go for it. Yeah. You don't want to let this like.
Who are you rooting for now?
He's rooting for Laura. I'm rooting for you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you don't want some upstart Delawarean coming in. Yeah.
Oh, jeez. Okay.
Jonas, you think I said?
Hold on.
Hey, you guys want the list?
Yeah, you're starting to see how things are coming together here.
I mean, I don't know why you're even bothering to look
I don't
at
know,
this.
like,
So the pairs, like,
It's like activism and some other track.
I mean, it's fairly matches
so hard
what's
to get
in her
set
deck
up.
anyway.
Let's go.
What I was saying, I don't know if you don't have a mic on the table, is I was like, I should have mulliganed for Astrolabe, because then Astrolabe saves me the clicks on drawing all my tools. Because I'm drawing like 3 cards a turn.
Okay, we're gonna get started here. They're just taking a quick little break.
Nice. Do you think
We got Silhouette holding down the playmat.
Yeah. On screen right now. I don't know if we're live, but if we are live,
Yes.
on the camera right now is this absolutely gorgeous
not this one.
glowing silhouette that was given to Charles for in appreciation of his hard work as a TO down here in Maryland.
And how awesome Silhouette is in appreciation
Um,
of that.
and in appreciation of his understanding of Silhouette's power.
Well, that was worded in a very accurate yet hurtful manner.
I love Silhouette. It's a cool ID.
She needs a link.
She needs a link. She needs. If you have a few minutes and you have access to the website YouTube, there's this very excellent, really old Teamwork Cast video just extolling the potential of Silhouette. It's great.
Really?
Yeah, it rules. There's one about Silhouette and there's one about.
Calphasil has always been like obsessed
Yeah,
with Silhouette.
I think there's one about Silhouette, and there's one again about that HV economy card that successful demonstration. Yeah, and I think Silhouette is definitely at that level, definitely successful demonstration level, powerful.
Yeah.
Sanjay, I think my favorite thing about you is how like accidentally like Joker Town you can.
Well said. Well said.
Look, I love Silhouette. It's good. It's a good ID.
Do you know what matchup?
I think we're gonna start with NEH, which is Near Earth Hub, which is so there's this thing called the Beanstalk in the Android universe, and basically, see if you can imagine a space station on a carbon nanotube in a geosynchronous orbit with the Earth. You would think that space station would help you be really efficient at installing assets in servers. Yeah, it is. Meanwhile, Max is just really into punk rock. I think, I don't know what punk specifically. I know Laura herself is a little bit punk illiterate, but not the most.
Mike Lawson says, I mean, if your entire career has been Jinteki mind games, I can buy Silhouette seeming good.
Wow. People, yeah, we're just trying to appreciate Charles's work as a tournament organizer, not tear him apart.
He was top Silhouette at Worlds.
Nice.
I think he was the only Silhouette.
I assumed that.
I will pitch 2 points for that.
Okay, so what decks we got going here? So, Jonas's deck is basically leaning on tour guide and a lot of assets. Just install a lot of assets.
Looks like it's restricted as Moomba Temple, which is pretty standard, I think, for these decks. He's on a cool agenda suite, not so atypical for NEH, but just a wild mix of 115 minutes, 1 license acquisition, 2 degree mill, 3 BL, and 3 remastered editions.
It's interesting. I like in hindsight, like I hadn't seen this deck list. Like he hard hitting newsed me, and like I took a real hit to it. I should have just floated the tags.
Yeah,
and just,
prove you have psychographics.
Yeah, or something, because like he was so poor at the time to land it.
Right. Yeah.
It's nice to see deck lists, because then I thought maybe he had like a hidden boom or something like that.
Yeah, and I don't tend to get in the cut, so I haven't had that dynamic very much. But it is a cool. It opens up for some really cool netrunner when you know exactly what their list is.
Okay, so we got a game going here.
Yeah, it
and
looks like
Jonas
Laura
has done
has
the
a-
traditional NEH start. Just install 3 things.
Yeah.
So you come get me.
And Laura's doing a relatively unimpressive but simple max start where she just puts the Liberated down and takes some credits off it.
That's why, like, honestly, I think crowdfunding needs to be back.
That Moomba Temple res to res Maryland campaign feels really good, I imagine.
Yeah.
Just free money going into your pockets.
I think he did that. He did that just in case of a
Oh, a hacktivist.
hacktivist. Yeah,
Nice.
you gotta be careful of that. So he pre-res that stuff.
That's clever. Yeah, I think one of the things that sometimes is a line of weakness for these asset decks is that they do rely on their assets being on the table for them to get money. And so if they happen to have a bad draw where they don't have a lot of money assets, you can sometimes keep them super poor just by trashing all of them. And even here, I think we see Jonas putting a ice on his Moomba just to make sure that his econ stays kind of safe.
Oh yeah. So there it is down.
Yeah. Now, does Jonas have a countercurrent, or he's just
No,
his
his-
countercurrents are agendas?
Countercurrent is scoring. Yeah.
Yeah.
So Amani Sinai is the really important one for her to trash.
Yeah, and here it is. Get that.
Because it's a real tempo hit.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, especially because Laura, she was saying that in this matchup, even though Ma feels like it ought to be good, it's just enough of a tempo hit that she's not actually sure that she wants to be trashing it.
Yeah.
Plus, most of Jonas's combo pieces are on the table, so.
I'm here a little bit now.
Oh. Okay.
There's less ambient
Oh, yeah,
noise.
yeah.
I think
And face this way.
Oh yeah.
everybody else
Okay.
can.
Okay. Okay. So.
Sorry, they could hear us a little bit, so we're
Yeah.
gonna be a little
My
quiet.
bad. My bad.
I think a big advantage to this now, though, is Laura does know the deck list, and so she knows like what she needs to trash, which is Amani Sinai. She needs to trash. I think the order of importance is probably Amani Sinai, then maybe team sponsorship. Turtlebacks too, though. I mean, they're all important. That's the crazy thing.
That's the tough thing, yeah. And like early in this game, she probably would have loved to trash that Maryland, but like she knows that there's more important things to do. She just doesn't have the money to do it.
Yeah. So here he's going hard to, because he wants to get rid of this hack.
Yeah, yeah. And if that's like a license acquisition or something, that's incredible.
I think it's a BL.
Oh yeah, I think we saw that. It doesn't look like Jonas has a lot of money, so she might just be able to go like, hey, show me some. But at the same time, he has Mumba and he has the Maryland taking down, so probably that's not a great line. You can't just run the remote and like, hey, do you have enough ice to, do you have enough money to res the ice? And
Which he does. His ice is cheap, and he has
Definitely.
Moonbat Temple.
definitely.
The question here is like, do you save tour guide?
Nice.
Yeah, she's just worried about
I
a.
am trashing a sure gamble from my hand.
Wow, that's cool.
It is not every day that you do that.
So Laura just played a stim hack, just got 9 free credits, and with those 9 credits,
4 extra.
installed a maw and installed a maw for 1 and trashed a G's.
Ma is 6.
Yeah, maw's 6, and the street peddler makes it 5.
Yep.
And then
Doesn't even play it this time. Like those free stim hack credits.
So now I think like going for accesses and R&D and stuff like that
Yeah.
are probably really powerful.
yeah, and Laura pointing out that maw is a lot better when it costs 1 credit than 6.
Of course. Yeah.
And also this hacktivist, if she can get cards really low, might make things just impossible to res, which is very powerful.
Isn't that a modifier? Yeah, it's a modifier.
Yeah.
So P.S. the honeymoon dust flavored
Oh,
chicken
yeah,
wings.
how was it?
Those are bomb.
Nice.
So I was just there's a wings place here right by the game store, and that's kind of pretty much the only place to eat, or McDonald's.
Love it.
And I was
Yeah.
over there and I was getting wings, and I asked the girl there, hey, what's your favorite? And she said honeymoon dust, and I was like, ooh, yes, please.
I should have done that. I was a little overwhelmed by the amazing choices that they had there.
It's important. That goes there.
She got the same old thing.
Yeah.
So the question here is like,
Could you? She has the same old thing in hand. She could just like activate.
I've done that before, and it's
Yeah.
really detrimental to the corp.
Yeah.
But she's in a good spot right now where she can kind of wait, right?
Also,
Like she's more just focusing on getting accesses than Ma, which is just as good.
yeah, definitely. And she's got the turning wheel down, which really helps too.
Yep. She has the best combo right now.
Yeah.
Well, it's me and Sanjay, because Sanjay's playing my set. I will run it too.
Well, no, I'm going to actually take cards this time. Yeah, see what I have here.
Yeah, the tough thing that psychographics is that it might be a good thing for Jonas, but
She's gonna Ma it.
yeah, before it, like, even if she doesn't mount now, it's gonna get in the bin before it is able to do work.
Yeah, Laura's in a really good spot right now.
Does she have an MK Ultra in the bin? Because one thing is, if she hasn't, I don't know if she has an MK Ultra in the bin, but with the number of assets that are on the table right now, Tour Guide is not that impressive.
No, he might not res it.
Yeah.
If she gets a hippo down, he might not res that.
Oh yeah, yeah. And if she could even trash this last remaining asset, then now we didn't see her go for the line where she uses the same old thing to get a hacktivist out.
I don't think she needs to right now. She doesn't have a lot of assets, so
Yeah.
it's like,
Yeah.
and she's probably feeling more. It's better just to like draw into one than use it for that.
Yeah, and also get those accesses instead of spending 3 clicks to do that.
He face plants into a Pokemon. Yeah. Another one that damage himself? Flatline you?
The Maw is also nice because it just lets you check stuff and still feel good about it.
Yep.
So she also wants those turning wheel tokens, so.
So now she has to keep that same old thing unless she can get another one.
I guess so. I mean, I think the big thing that's rough for Laura right now is that she hasn't drawn a lot of drip econ, so like she's playing, one of the reasons she's playing Maw is so that she can just play data foldings and just have this perpetual
She has
source
data
of
folding
econ.
right now.
Oh, she does?
She just hasn't played it yet because she's trying
yeah.
to keep the pressure.
Definitely, definitely. I don't know how these people play Maw without bringing an entire complement of polyhedrons. Just seems so sloppy.
The ruling's so weird with it.
Oh yeah, Maw's a weird card.
I wish it was like it didn't have to be revealed. It's just like
Yeah. Another real indignity with Maw is that it doesn't trigger hostile infrastructure because the corp is trashing it. I think it's a real insult to injury. It says, "Oh, actually, you're doing this.
Yes.
You, the corp, you're trashing cards."
yeah, AR security, all that stuff.
Yeah,
It's
this
like-
is your idea.
Yeah.
I'll gain 6 clicks. Advance,
Oh,
advance,
another
advance.
Amani. You kind of have to trash that, right?
That was
Feels
the game.
awful, but
I just the archer
I think she's just kind of like she has a hacktivist live. It's gonna.
oh, she
hammer
does.
her.
Oh,
So it's like I think she's too poor right now.
Oh, I didn't know. Yeah, you're right.
I think if she can find a career fair or like a. How many preemptives do you have? He has 2 preemptives.
Yeah.
when you took all those agendas and then I draw right into Giordano, it's like, yeah, I'm installing this now. I would have done it through a hacktivist.
So what do you think Jonas needs to do to climb out of this?
It's tough.
If you want to just root for Laura, that's fine.
He's not drawing assets.
Yeah.
So like.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
Like he's drawing operations, which is a pain because.
Yeah. It doesn't accelerate him.
No.
It doesn't let him make money off of Mumba Temple.
Ma's really like Ma's being a real hindrance.
Yeah. I think his one asset right now is that he happens to have a lot of cards in hand, so like he should be able to like weather this Maw and hacktivist a little bit, but it's not great.
Exactly.
I suppose one thing that in Jonas's favor is Laura doesn't have any breakers, so he could theoretically maybe like go for some points behind to end the run if he happens to find them. I don't know if he has a lot of agendas in hand right now.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. You can run a agenda. I like yours.
And all his ice is on the run, so
Yeah.
that's pretty great. That's the point. Yeah.
That is the point. If you could get like turtlebacks or anything out, that would be super helpful. But
All right, psychographics lives to see another day.
but he's not landing.
No.
Property news anything.
No, definitely not.
So the question is, does Laura like kind of get set up here and down data point?
Right. I guess the answer to that is yes. I wonder if it's worth knowing, since we know that none of this ice actually does anything, if it's worth like running the R&D ice last click, so that at worst it's just 3 credits. But I guess with the Moonbot it's not very good, huh?
So we kind of need, he wants that G's to stay alive.
Yeah. Is that G's in hand or it's
Yeah,
not?
G's in one hand and then he has a license acquisition he's going to put there. This is actually good, I think, for Jonas because it clears the hacktivist.
Definitely.
And she doesn't have the breakers for this stuff yet.
Yeah, he's going to get a free team spo off of license acquisition, which is a real nice thing.
But she doesn't have...
So she...
Yeah, I mean, I guess that's kind of the strategy, right? Like trying to sneak these things out.
Yeah. She could, of course, she could same old thing retrieval run for the renewal, though. That's kind of pathetic.
One of the strategies I do when I'm in situations like this against is like you is you just try and install a bunch of stuff and even sneak out agendas blankly.
Yeah.
It can be an effective way.
Definitely.
$4 back, sorry. Oh yeah. I was trying to find my way to make that video. I would love to. I mean, for me, Minneapolis was a stretch. I made it. I wasn't gonna say it this time.
It's a good call. Getting rid of the
Definitely.
because we're going to score here.
Definitely. Even though, well, I guess she doesn't know it's license acquisition. But it's going to feel real bad when...
I think they'll come back to North America.
Interesting.
Honestly,
He just wants the money.
Yeah, I guess he's looking at his hand and thinking...
Well, it's free money. The movement temple resident.
Right. Well, with the hacktivist.
Oh, yeah. It's like,
Yeah, he's just saying this hand is not that important right now, anyway.
maybe even Montreal. I'd like to see Montreal, yeah.
Don't say you could see it in Canada?
Yeah, it could be.
Oh yeah, I'd seen it in Canada before the U.S.
Why? Because it was in the U.S.
do you put the Jeeps back in? I think you do.
Yeah.
It's a 10-hour
Looks like he went for the Amani. That's pretty good.
My wife's like, is this over soon?
Yeah, we just had a message pop up from Kevin's wife saying, "Is this over soon?" Is she? Do you think she's watching or just trying to get a feel?
You're trying to get a feel of when I'm coming home.
Oh yeah. I made the horrible mistake of driving down here with friggin' gunners. Every single person in my car made the cut.
You did?
Oh, not me. Oh, I forgot about him.
How far away is Montreal from here?
Just six pursuits short.
My problem was Jonas actually offered me an ID, and I should have taken the ID.
In retrospect, I don't think that was the wrong call that you made.
So after knowing what happened in round 4, then it would have made sense.
Yeah. I think we had a lot of splits, so it ended up being didn't need as many prestige as we thought to make the cut.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
I still think I think Jonas brought up a good point though. In the moment, he's like, if you take an ID now, then you'll know if you need to win both games next turn.
Yeah, that makes
or
sense.
Or you can ID. It's like, but you can't go back.
Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense.
So he's like, the 4th round is a good time to do it.
Yeah.
So you don't even really remember it.
I remember when I was 9 years old. I've been there 3 times. I think it's in Green.
That was just a couple months.
Please tell me they hand out samples at these times.
They don't, but people have gotten a lot better about
She's thinking about doing that. Oh yeah, that's a good one.
I mean, I say this, there was no
Oh,
issue.
she's just getting a moderator.
Huh, why don't you run HQ? Get a tournament token as well.
I want to go.
I don't know why she didn't.
Weird. Well, it's late.
It's late.
Could be she's seeing a line we don't see, or it could be that it's. So looks like the score right now is 3-0. Laura hasn't scored any stolen any agendas.
So we scored a 15
Ooh,
minutes.
nice Amani trigger.
That's gonna hit. That's gonna hit Maul.
Yeah, I don't know if he can
Or
pay a bunch
turning
into
round.
it.
He wants to.
Yeah.
He's gonna pay a bunch to get rid of Maul.
Wow, that's
a big
pretty
chunk
good.
of
Yeah.
her.
Yeah. Yeah, she paid a whole credit for that one. Yeah, and the fact that the Amani's still down and Laura has no points is a big deal.
Yeah, because every time she steals,
Yeah.
it fires.
Yeah.
So he's on 4 points, which is like, and he could jam a degree mill, right?
Yeah, yeah. Because Laura, her draw has not really yielded breakers.
Or he doesn't have the money to. Oh well, he has Maryland that will come in.
Yeah.
I'll go HQ.
All right. Does not have them all either.
She went to go get ready to do her mog, and
Yeah.
so she has a turning wheel. The tour guide isn't too bad if she has MK Ultra.
Yeah, especially if he trashes one more thing. Then it's just 3 credits. That's fine. And the Maryland's going to leave on its own.
And it leaves on its own. The question is, do you try and how many turn? She has 6 turning wheel counters.
Yeah.
Oh, no. I'm just saying, like, would you, yeah, do you think it's worth the money?
Oh, she's sent back to Amani.
Wow, nice.
So she has 2 brain now. I don't know if I love that play personally.
It's a little, yeah. I mean, that same old thing is so valuable. It's certainly great to cash it in for 4 credits on a run, but
No agendas. So we know they're in R&D a bunch more.
yeah.
So if she can get into.
Yeah. Do we know if there's an MK in the bin at this point?
I don't know if there's an MK in the bin, but
Yeah. I know she's only on one of them. I know there's at least one Angolo in the bin, which also gets through MK pretty good, or it gets through tour guide. Okay.
yeah. So he's starting to kind of get set up here. Which
Yeah, that's an incredible turn for Jonas.
is, yeah.
Just to try it out. Yeah, I want to stay on site.
There's the MK, nice. Though now that what's on the table, that's 9 to break potentially.
Unfortunately, yeah.
Yeah, that's a lot. The Maryland's leaving, but
Well, I got a backpack like this for those things.
and then Laura also needs to worry about what those things actually are.
Seriously, try to grab it. I'm not kidding. They say it was like 80 pounds.
See, I don't love that line.
Yeah, I guess maybe Laura was thinking that the levy's not going to be as relevant because she's not going to have time to do it.
Because the problem is once Max tries to set up, and then he starts installing tons of stuff and gets away.
Yeah.
Because he can just score behind these tour guides. As soon as he
Definitely.
draws an agenda, he just sticks it in there.
Definitely.
So assuming a tour guide is in the inner ice on that remote.
Yeah. Yeah, the fun thing about guessing what the ice is that Jonas is only on 3 different kinds of ice: 2 Enigma, 3 tour guide, 2 wraparound. So it is.
Kind of want to see Jonas pull this out. That'd be pretty amazing.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, see if he gets
She has to let that go. Or she has to. I think she has to trash that, right?
I don't think you do.
Oh yeah, he's on 4. You just let it go and say, okay, I'm gonna. Okay, yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
Oh, that's nice.
He only has 1 license asset acquisition. It's basically getting the remastered editions or the.
Right.
So did he just put something? Oh, he did play a preemptive.
Yeah. Oh, he got rid of his. He's shuffling his Maryland back.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Yeah, Maryland campaign, of course. HB asset that when it trashes itself, if it's res, its abilities are active, you get to shovel it back into your deck if you want.
Mm-hmm.
Today I didn't shuffle one in because the runner just supers a lot of cards on R&D, and I didn't want to give them fresh accesses. It was probably the wrong choice.
So he doesn't have a G.
Yeah. But, you know, he kind of doesn't need one. Like, if he finds a remastered, he can just put her on the table and advance it.
It's probably okay to install in advance when you think about that.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, it's not as if Jonas has been coy about the cards he's installing in that server being agendas. Though that said, like, he could really bait Laura pretty good with that.
I don't think it's that bad.
Yeah. So Jonas kind of telling Laura that this is a remastered edition, which is a big deal for her. He might put her in a situation where she basically needs to win in 1 turn, which is a pretty tall ask.
Mm-hmm. I think one of the things she like maybe one of the mistakes she made here in this game is that when he was really down, she didn't capitalize in setting her board up. She tried capitalizing on accesses.
Yeah, interesting.
Which was important. It's important to get accesses, but I think it's also important to like get your board, your data foldings down, and your other things set up to have the money you need.
And certainly, I think you're right. I'm not counteracting that, but I think she also, from those accesses, got 0 agendas, which
is bad.
Yeah. So like, I think you're right that's like that you're giving up some setup time doing that, and then the fact that that risk she took didn't pay off is really hurting her here, because you know right now she's on 0, so if she's thinking
also dealing with this Moonbad Temple would have been really important.
Yeah, definitely.
There's points where he had like no credits, and she probably could have gone into that server.
Oh, definitely. Yeah.
It's rezzed a lot of stuff for him.
Yeah, and I think Jonas early in the game icing it, dedicating an ice, and he only has 7 ice, so dedicating an ice to protecting an asset is a big deal. And him making the decision to do that really paid off this game. So it looks like Laura's going to try and just maximize accesses.
Yeah, that's
rather
kind of where
than,
she's at now.
Yeah, I think she's got to. Because I don't think Jonas can keep her out of R&D.
Yeah, I think she's going for a big dig in R&D.
Yeah. I think in retrospect, she probably should have just gone and trashed it.
No, I just forgot. Like, I didn't see it now.
She could just bounce and get a turning token, I guess.
I think she needs 6. So you think you bounce, get a counter.
Yeah. Because also, if you're in the business of going through tour guide, it's almost like you are trashing the card for free. She's probably gonna still get another turn.
She is, because he's gonna.
Yeah, because he just has. Because that's almost certainly a remastered edition. And so that's horrible for Laura. The fact that Jonas is about to have a scored remastered edition, but it doesn't. But he's not going to end the game next turn. So,
It really depends on what he draws here.
yeah, definitely. I guess the powerful thing with that turning wheel is that Laura can actually look at the top bunch of cards
Oh, it really
in
puts
R&D
him back, yeah.
and say, oh, look.
Probably. And then I will. Oh, it didn't matter. Okay. I will stim hack.
Nice.
So I have 10 counters, so I will see 6 cards.
All right, maybe she just wins here.
7 points and 6 cards. Keep it. Trash it. That's all stim hack. Keep it. Keep it. Keep it. This is not going so well. Steal it. Yay. I'm on board. Good game.
Wait, what?
That was my last click, and that's one agenda, right? Oh no, you're not. Go ahead.
Brain damage?
Jonah's both describing the effect of a stim hack and also the effect of playing 5 rounds of Netrunner and then the cut.
And you know that Mike picked that up too.
Though that's also
Okay, well.
Laura, you get a turning wheel counter.
no, she doesn't. She got a Beal.
Oh, you got a Beal, never
And
mind.
also with yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
I got a deal.
Oh, that's right. My
yeah.
We've got a handle here at the top table.
bad. My bad.
The only table. Let me remind you.
So the thing is that there's not a lot of agendas down there.
Yeah, the fact that
So Jonas,
the fact that he might score this remastered, but isn't going to see another agenda for a bit is bad.
yes, he needs to. But she's kind of running out of steam. so-
Definitely. Yeah. But certainly the fact that she has time to just like, I don't know, run HQ, run HQ, run HQ.
Well, he has time to now find
Yeah.
the next.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
And also significantly, I mean, Laura still can't get into any remotes, so the fast advance aspect of Remastered Edition is less relevant.
It's gonna be a long game.
So I think she needs to like just hammer.
I predict.
Yeah.
Do you hammer HQ? Just
I
keep
mean,
it
I
in
think
there?
you might as well, even though you're pretty sure there's nothing in HQ, but I think... So I don't know what's in Laura's hand, but she might not really have the means to get into any servers anymore besides tour guides. But you might as well get these HQ accesses.
Yeah, that's all you're gonna do.
Oof. So that wraparound might just like close the game if she can, if he puts that on R&D and he has a wraparound on the remote. I don't know if Laura can get through that.
Does she have an Angola still?
She does. I thought both Angolas were in the trash.
It doesn't really matter at this point, does it? The psychographics?
No, definitely not.
Or the hard hitting news?
Probably not. I mean, Laura has a money advantage, I don't think.
Yeah, I think you're just getting counters.
Yeah.
But if you put that on HQ,
yeah.
yeah, I think you're right.
I do worry they put him on RD and then the game's over, assuming what. Though, I don't know what exactly Laura has in hand in terms of getting those breakers out of the bin somehow. Like, like I'm not actually sure if she's locked out.
She doesn't run. She has ret run. She doesn't run clone.
She has one ret run. She doesn't run clone ship. I don't know. I know one Sable thing is in the bin. I don't know where the other two are. Probably the bin.
Was this just to get a draw?
I think so. Just kinda... Well, I guess he also gets a turtleback bug from it. Yeah.
Okay, then you get any one but this one.
Anyone but that one.
Either this mount or this mount.
Oh, I'll take. I just take 2 extra.
Sure.
Yeah, the wraparound's bad.
What about the ass?
I already have one.
Oh, well, if you already have it, then I can give this out. And the map?
I don't think she can get in, right? She
I don't think so. I mean, it depends on what's in her hand, but it's possible this game is already over. Now, we don't know what's on the remote. It could be a tour guide. Actually, if it's tour guide, that would explain why that one ice out in the middle of nowhere is messing with my head.
So if he gets these out and rezzed, it's going to really accelerate it.
Definitely. Yeah, I think here we're seeing some real...
He's going to fire the 2 DBSs and draw into whatever he needs.
Yeah. I guess I'm not even sure if Laura... it really depends on... She's liberated. That doesn't get her past the wraparound. Because we know that there's one tour guide on the table and there's 4 unrest ice. So they can't all be tour guide. And
oh, wow. Didn't get it.
That's so funny.
That Rashida will help though.
Yeah.
I think you put that Rashida in the remote.
Yeah.
He might want a draw. Nah, I think that's a better play.
Yeah. Oh, I guess Laura does have Black Orchestra, so the Enigmas can't necessarily keep rep.
Yes, can we go out there?
Oh, I think Laura's thinking that just like if he finds another wraparound, the game's over, but he doesn't necessarily have it. She's making him prove that he has a wraparound.
Yeah. I'm like, I'm gonna go home. She's like, oh, I'm so tired. You have to carry.
I think that's 9 to break. Laura happily pays 9, as you always do in this context. Oof.
Feels bad.
Yeah. Also kind of feels...
I want the agendas in HQ. No, I'm gonna leave it.
Oh, that's really clever. I think Laura just thinking that like her only out here is if some agendas pop up in HQ.
Hey, Dan. Oh, they
Looks
bumped
like we had a little table bump. Dan, the table got a little bump. Do you mind adjusting? We have
there you go. Perfect.
Thanks. Yeah. Dan Spinoza tried to take the day off of maintaining a stream, and we did not let him. Joke's on him. I like the no Rashida. I mean, I think it's like pretty difficult. It makes sense not to trash it.
Why advance though?
Showboating? Oh, probably it's a degree mill.
No, it's not. It's a master edition.
Oh, that's a good question.
Because you could use the counter on it.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so
Jonas won that one. Jonas did.
So Jonas won that one. We're gonna have a repeat performance of
Argus
versus Freedom.
Yeah.
She hasn't lost yet. She has to lose twice. All right, so Jonas won that one.
I think we have to wrap up the tournament by 9. We should be in good shape to do that.
Yeah, because the next round's only 40 minutes.
Yeah.
Okay. Bye.
Hi.
Bye.
Yeah, great
Luck
seeing
starting
you.
teaching.
Yeah, thank you.
Good luck.
Yeah, good luck. Or yeah. I
Nice
hope-
commentating with you.
Yeah, nice commentating with you.
Hope Glenn's good health.
Yeah, I didn't have a chance to ask you about what I should be doing as a coming middle school teacher, but I'll talk to you about it later. All right, see ya.
Well, I thought it was going to be fast. I didn't see it.
Yeah. Seems like we'll get in on time, but we have to finish by 9.
Yeah, so it is 2 after 8.
Yeah, but it's the grand.
Is it a bracket you said?
It's not gonna go an hour.
Yeah, it's a grand final.
You're right, it won't be. It's a maximum of 58 minutes.
Just use mine because I have all yours. Put that back.
That's too bad.
It's alright. It's a cool idea though. We play a bunch of it because like especially at Philly where there's a ton of people waiting around because their rides are in the cut or their person that they brought with them is in the cut.
I wonder if you could.
There is a virtual version, I believe. Yeah, absolutely. We probably could set that up. You would just have to do it in like Roll20 and put the images out. And then you just have only 2 people on the call. You can see like the little thing that tells you what people are supposed to be guessing. You do it like in a big call. And then that way you could even do it with just with like the Netrunner arts. You wouldn't even have to use like full cards. You can just use the art.
That would be good.
Yeah.
Are you gonna go to the next?
Actually, do you know what I thought?
You could put every single card in a deck on Netrunner DB,
Yeah.
and then do a draw 25.
We can pass it down.
Yeah, we can see.
Oh, and it would show it as a.
Like you know how when you do like a model hand.
Oh, do I just see?
Yeah.
Netrunner DB lets you say however many you want.
You gotta figure out how to cover them up though.
Oh,
Well, no.
somebody gets it.
Everybody would see what's on the table. Right.
Yeah.
And then you have the 25. Yeah, it could be done.
Right now.
Dan,
I mean, there is more than
are you
one
going to
answer here.
nationals?
What?
Yeah, so
Yeah. You're not?
I wonder if Beckett is.
I am currently unemployed, so I'm not traveling anywhere. Yeah! I'm not traveling anywhere.
Okay. What about you, Sanjay?
Nah.
Yeah, nationals.
Okay, and so we're getting started here.
Just give it to Laura. There's more than one country.
Is there though?
As far as I know.
So Laura's here on Argus. Her starting play is pretty good. It's the hedge fund ice. Looks like she gained a credit. Jonas is just getting the money to kind of get set up.
Yeah, I don't know exactly what's in Laura's hand, but even just like, she had an audacity there. You might ice HQ. It's pretty.
I think
impressive with
you
Freedom.
always want to ice HQ against Freedom just because he's going to hit there right away.
Yeah, definitely.
And start hitting cards.
So Laura wasting no time against Freedom. Yeah, exciting stuff to see.
If she wants to go as quickly as possible.
Yeah. Ooh, I don't think you like to see that off an inject.
So this is interesting playing inject in this deck because he has a lot of trashable programs.
Yeah. Yeah, I think he's on it's like 7 programs.
He's only on MK Ultra and 1 MK Ultra and like 2 Black
yeah.
Orchestras are the only ones. So
Yeah, well, he did just gain 3 credits off those 2 injects, so the dual power of inject, it really. I don't know how I feel about the film critic here.
it really helped against my deck because I was on a punitive deck.
Yeah, no, but I feel like against Argus, it's just like a bit.
Laura frequently sends
she really likes when people play Film Critic against her because that's the tax.
Yeah.
Except for the tax is worse. Because instead of one click, it's two clicks.
Yeah.
The other thing, what would be a restricted card form? Oh, I guess paperclip would be the way better one.
Yeah.
He lied to me earlier. He said he had paperclip as a backup.
He didn't say that. I heard him exactly what he said.
No, he said I have a Fractor backup.
Yeah.
Nice.
And I assumed it was paperclip.
You definitely did assume.
I thought it was empty.
Yeah.
That's a spicy include. I thought he was on an illegal snowball.
Ooh, getting rid of that.
Ooh, that's a great thing to get. He gets a little tag.
So what
That's where
what
he
did
hits
he?
the wild snare. That's not in her deck.
Yeah. Incidentally,
So what was the damage for?
Mausolus.
Oh, gotcha.
Ooh, that's pretty good, especially when Laura went a little bit low to get that.
She was, I think, planning on using that to recover.
Yeah, definitely. She has the Atlas token, so she could just go get a hostile, but that's a little disappointing. If she needs recovery bucks.
Yeah, I don't think you use it for hostile.
There's that. Let's see. Oh, she natively drew it. That's a big deal. Because I think using an Atlas token to get it would feel kind of bad because that's worth more, but a hostile there is exactly what she wanted.
What is that?
Dirty Laundry.
What is what?
Yeah, it's Dirty Laundry. Another thing that's a little rough for Jonas is that he hasn't found any of his programs that give him viruses for successful runs, so he's not advancing his game plan as much as he'd probably
He used
like.
it a lot last time hitting R&D and tracking
Yeah,
stuff.
definitely. Yeah, he was like, "Oh, that Mausolus looks like a problem, or that Hordem looks like a problem. Get it out of there. That border control looks like a problem. Get it out of there." And he doesn't have the means to do that here.
Or I guess I would say Laura does need to try to maybe get like a horde, or Mausolus on R&D, or Raven maybe.
Yeah. She's given away some nice accesses, but I think that the thing that is unfortunate for Jonas is that while she's giving away these accesses,
He's not advancing.
He's not. And if he had even a single Yusuf down, though. Whoa, nice.
He's gonna hippo that.
That's pretty good. Yeah, unfettered access to all centrals for freedom is
Pretty good.
is something that he and all other runners like.
Not being able to steal or trash out.
Yeah, and then I think and that inject was harsh. Oh, nice. So our stim hack's a stim hack. Enough of these free credits.
I think he's just trying to get accesses.
Ooh, that's a Raven on top, and that's gonna
Go on R&D
put the
here.
brakes. Yeah, I'm not. Laura's a little ice shy right now, so it's a little tough where exactly you put it, but it's certainly. I think she's certainly gonna be happy to draw it wherever it ends up going.
I think you put it on R&D. It's good there.
Yeah, I think that's pretty solid, and she's okay to res it even if it just says end run on it.
Well, it doesn't say on the. I mean, it says if he wants tag.
Yeah.
I think the biggest thing Laura's game plan generally is I think she knows that unless the game goes very long, she's probably not going to be able to kill Jonas in her normal way.
Definitely.
So she's probably looking to jam out the Atlas before he gets any breakers, and then with that, let's counter, try to close.
Yeah, definitely. Oh, interesting.
Did you see Tane's message in Swatch on Slack? Mention it on stream.
So Laura ends up committing the ice to HQ rather than R&D. I wasn't really totally able to see exactly what was in her hand, but that's interesting.
Okay, cool. We're just saying, we were just waiting for
Jonas getting some more card draws, hoping to find some things that care about runs. Ooh. Turning wheel when you have an Atlas token is miserable.
Yep.
Do I use it or do I trust my deck to not give it away?
I'm never always gonna give you up. You don't do it.
If I don't use it.
I don't think you do it though.
Yeah.
Over to you.
Oh, and it's only one.
Yeah, and Jonas is so weird. She doesn't care about just handing him on having a bad pub. She's like, whatever.
Yeah.
It's a matter of her just scoring out now.
Yeah. Now would be really funny if Jonas accessed the GFI. That'd be like an impossible choice. Like now he has the Yusuf, so now he's gonna do some damage.
So he has 2 bad pub.
Yeah, he could just trash this for 2 credits and keep seeing stuff.
Does he have 10? No, he has 2 bad pub.
Freedom trash it rather than spending 2 credits.
I don't know why he did that. Does he not know he has 2 bad pub?
I think since it was last click, he wanted to just use the freedom.
Yeah, I guess that makes sense. He's not going to get a fourth access, regardless of what it is. So it's
And it costs 1 credit more, basically a credit.
So now Laura's just wondering.
I mean, but it's 0 for his freedom.
Exactly.
She's going to use the Alice token, and here, whether Turntable does anything sweet or not, like the fact that she just cashed in the Alice token to get a hostile. Also, that's really clever, her getting the hostile, because that really neutralizes Turntable, because Jonas is no longer going to be able to.
There's no agenda.
Take her points down.
Exactly.
Yeah.
The other thing it does is it's
Everything keeps her at her score.
Yeah. Ooh.
He's gonna say bye to that.
He already used it.
He already used it.
And I don't know if he had enough viruses anyway.
She scores it,
I think
right?
he gotta, right? I mean, especially with the turntable on the table. So Laura's extremely bad.
Laura's so bad.
She's 3 bad.
I thought this was a security company trying to protect you.
Yeah. Sometimes you contract out work and you're not really aware of everything that's going on.
Well,
I mean, I guess the theme there is if you're a bodyguard company, if you're hiring bodyguards, don't you want the people who are notorious for messing people up?
Yeah,
It looks like the people rising up and they're doing a hostile takeover on them.
I think Argus is like hostile takeover. Like, that's wild. Like, they're a security company and they're like, oh yeah, we own Mirror Morph now.
Yeah, here's the big thing. She has a Raven and she journaled. Is she gonna put that on R&D?
Well, I think her turns over is just a sign word to discard. But yeah, because she scored out the hostile.
Because he just gets unfettered access to R&D. Eventually, the deck will give her up.
Oh, definitely. And I think she's probably feeling kind of fortunate that. Oh yeah. So it looks like that is a GFI, which Jonas can certainly not turntable.
Who's just gonna host it?
Yeah.
I think he's deciding whether or not he wants to host it or not.
Yeah, and I think it is powerful to host it here, but you see here where it's not as
And
impressive.
then he's going back in last click. Looks like another hit.
Ooh, that's pretty exciting. Their credit totals are
He's on a Palagi build, right?
yeah.
His influence is like Clone Chip, Palangi, SMC, Film Critic. Yeah. To bring out stuff.
Yeah, to get the Palagi going.
Or use it for David's. He's like two Davids, I think.
It looks like Laura has a hard-hitting news in hand, but they both have such a high credit total. It's not
It's really
appealing.
kind of trivial.
Yeah.
Or the best she could do is just cost him a turn.
Yeah. Which sometimes is great. Like, you put a thing in a remote and it's hard-hitting
I think
news.
it'd be near 20 credits though. Like the amount that you'd have to pile onto that check is too much.
Also, I'm just kind of chit-chatting, so.
Oh yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, there it is. Yep.
Is that an Excalibur?
Slow down.
What a thing to have there. Now Jonas has multiple free ways of trashing this, and he is committed to making no further runs. So I don't know what he's thinking about here.
He doesn't want her to draw to the agenda.
Oh, that makes sense. That makes sense.
Yeah, he's worried about giving her the opportunity to draw to the agenda because then he won't know what the top card is.
Right. Oh, that's clever. See, that's why I don't like the cuts. It looks like Laura has a GFI in hand, which is exciting.
Do we know has her audacity been seen and or trashed yet?
I don't think
It
it
has
has.
not been seen or trashed, I don't think.
Because that's what she's likely hunting for, right?
Yeah.
Not
Maybe,
Not
yeah.
an atlas, because that's the more straightforward.
She has a lot of lines that can add up to her winning this. But
I think the biggest problem is if she's going to try to make a big push with the barriers on the remote, she also needs to get the CVS down on the table.
right. And that's actually a pretty cool line she has. That if she has a CVS, the Yusuf is not going to be able to get through a border control, which is a huge deal.
I think that's it. Yeah, I think that's what just went in.
Yeah. Now the question is, does she have the audacity now?
When would that be?
Well, because then she could next turn.
So if she has audacity, then it could be a GFI she's trying to audacity out.
The next turn.
Yeah. It's a bit of a weird.
Welcome to Spice World.
Yeah, the advance is a little bit weird. I don't know what's going on. Yeah, oh, another thing could be.
Does she have another one of what's her other 2-pointer?
Oaktown.
Oh, so it's not Oaktown.
Yeah, it's not Oaktown unless she's cheating. Hopefully it's not Oaktown. Another thing is she could have a Tithonium on the remote, and a Tithonium plus CVS would crush a min. Oh, nice. So now it no longer crushes. See, what do I know about anything?
That's a good safety card for him.
Definitely. The fact that, yeah.
All my heavy weapons can move into. That was kind of nice. Unfortunately, I need to maybe get some more primary stuff. That would provide a lot more.
That's pretty cool. I think this is the Raven. Laura only put these in her deck because she's a big Edgar Allan Poe fan.
That's all.
Yeah, she wanted to play Arc Lockdowns, but
She actually started playing Argus originally out of a kind of a devotion to Ian, her husband, who had formerly tried to play Argus, but didn't stay in the game long enough.
I mean, Ian got some great results with Argus.
Yeah, but arguably it's been in a much better position.
Arguably.
Since it's been in a really strong position
Yeah.
in the last year or two.
Yeah, because Ian's experience playing Argus is just me playing Jesminder against him,
And
before
me playing
Jesminder
Force
even had a
Strike
reason to
against
play
him.
it.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I said.
Yeah. Well, just Minder.
Yeah. I don't know what happened. It seems like that ice is dead.
He trashed it.
Okay, hippo. Nice. Oh, right, because he had that hippo because the... Oh, no!
You hit that in all three of our games.
So now he has. How many clicks does he have?
Oh boy.
Oh my, he's on fire!
So what are you gonna do now?
Yeah, what am I going to do now?
So there must be a GFI in there.
Oh, definitely.
This is how Netrunner is, right?
Well, people always snipe the one card.
So he did get down. He's like a little bit low on credits now, so maybe kill goes back on the menu.
Maybe.
Yeah. I don't know exactly what Laura has, and if she has a hard hitting, if she has a.
So Laura's lamenting that was her play by losing the audacity and is trying to figure out what to do. Yeah, seems the most logical thing. So he still has a
He still has the devoted David.
Well, but there's also the she can tax here on tags.
Yeah.
If those are like ravens or anything like that.
Yeah.
And he can't. He doesn't. He's not gonna have enough tokens to.
Yeah. He also only. Yeah. He only has one. He also has only one Yusuf, so.
Only one Yusuf counter.
Only
Yeah.
one, so depending on what else she has on the server, like if there's another board control, that's great actually.
Takes 2 tokens for.
Yeah. I guess
for
we
high
can let
profile
her
target.
Yeah. Well, you can't afford to trash it, right? Because he has to go get the.
So he has David counter.
Yeah, and he's in a tough situation because he doesn't want to necessarily use the David counters when he might have to deal with the Tithonium later.
Oh, but he has 3 bad pub.
Oh, right. He has a breaker.
Oh, he's giving her the money.
Oh, wow.
So she ends the run there.
Wow. That's cool.
Cards in hand. He has to.
He's only on 2 points, so he's not.
Which one he did looks like 7 there.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not enough dollars.
And I think he's seeing a high profile target in there, so he knows that
He can't leave
He
any
can't.
cards.
He can't run through Mausoleses.
No.
Yeah.
I mean, but we're in a 6 of 1, half dozen of another situation here. Hey, how did you break all that?
Bad pub.
Not the you die option.
Yeah, the you die.
And used all his money.
Okay. Well, that's good too. I don't know if Laura still has a hard hitting use though. I don't think she does.
Does he have a 10 now?
But he has
No,
no
he
money.
paid all the money.
Wouldn't he have needed 12 negative?
He has 3 bad pub.
Yeah, and he had 6 credits. And he needed to get up to strength twice on 2 different Mausoleses. Mausoleses strength 5.
Yeah, that's
Wait.
the thing.
David was already empty.
Maybe he had more money. I don't know.
Yeah.
He didn't break all the subs. He only broke 2 subs, right? But you need.
But you need 12 total.
Wow, that's a.
I don't think he can get here.
So.
Because Excalibur. He's gonna take 2 hits. Needs 2 clicks for that.
He has to just hammer HQ.
Yeah, and hope to find the HPT.
Yeah, I think that's the play.
Though we also don't know how many she has in hand. We know she has 1.
Is there an upgrade on this?
Oh, so she put a price tag on there, so he's limited in his number of attempts because he can't use the. He needs to use freedom to trash the HPT, so he has to just keep these price tags. That's kind of hilarious. Oh, he's.
Are you taking like? Did you take like?
Oh, he uses freedom ability on price tag. Okay.
Oh wow, what is that?
Okay. Oh yeah, you can. Yeah, that's game. Right, because he has 2 clicks to take that off. Wait, is he not?
Oh, he's trashing the high profile target.
You dirty person.
I'm sorry, was that?
Already.
Was that?
No, that was great.
Why didn't he he could have won.
Yeah, Laura mind gamed him into
That
not
was about that.
taking the agenda off the. So Laura just mind controlled Jonas into not taking his.
It's been a long day.
Wow, film critic really is bad against Stargaze, huh?
Okay, well, let's see.
Alright.
He had 2 clicks and he didn't take the film critic off. Well, she can't trash. Yeah, so he just runs and gets it. So it's kind of like.
It might do something.
I think you draw for high profile target.
Yeah, I think you gotta. Oh, so Laura finds the consulting. So Laura mind gamed Jonas into not taking the agenda off of film critic by just saying, "Oh, are you gonna come back in?" And he said yes. And
Yeah, that was the win.
Yeah, I had 2 clicks.
She didn't kill him that turn.
The points.
Yeah, he did something on click 3, and I was like, wait a second.
But you have the win.
Wait, why aren't you?
You guys, thank you for being
I'm
quiet.
sorry.
No,
I
no,
didn't
no.
say anything.
Of course.
I was like, no, John. No. But wait, where were your tags?
He has like
Oh, I had
7
to-
of them.
So thank you everybody for the classic fork of asking somebody if they want to make the wrong line and hoping that they say yes. It's a fork between being polite and just winning the game.
So Laura is our regional champion. Well, hey, thanks so much for watching, guys, and we really appreciate you guys watching.
How does it feel?
It feels amazing, but also like.
Wow, don't believe her lies.
She feels incredible.